In this Photoshop project, your task is to create an 8.5 by 5.5 inch postcard for advertising a gala event at the community college at 300 ppi. We're going to print this out and actually save it as both a Photoshop document and as a TIFF. And the TIFF will be in CMYK color mode, and so it'll be compressed. The principal thing we'll use here is the Polygon tool to create the stars. We're going to create two types of stars, changing the star ratio. And then we'll bring in some images of your choice for each of the different performers, add the names, and then the stars with the keywords for the event, such as storytelling, music, comedy, and auction. So let me demonstrate really quickly how to use the Polygon tool to create the stars, and then I'll leave the rest up to you. To create the stars, I'm going to take the Polygon tool, and then the options bar for the number of sides, make sure you put in 5, and then there's a drop down here for settings. I'm going to click the little gear for the options or settings. We have path options. There's a star ratio. Right now it's set to 100%. And if I draw, holding down the Shift key, I'll get a perfect pentagon. I'm going to delete that. So I'm going to go back to that star ratio. Let's change it to 75%. And I'm going to get a fill of white and a stroke of black. And we'll just do a 1 pixel stroke. I'm going to hold down the Shift key and draw my star. And there's the star. It's going to have the facial image inside of it. I'm going to click on the background layer to deselect that. I'm going to bring up my image of the performer. I'm going to hold down the Shift key and drag that over onto my document. I want this above the star. I'm going to go ahead and close that performer image. And here I want to transform this and scale it down. And I'll change the opacity so we can see through this and see the star below. So I want to make sure I'm hitting all the points of the star, so make sure you're not leaving anything uncovered. I'm going to press the Enter key to accept that transformation. Let's bring the opacity back up. And now I'm going to right click on that layer and choose Create Clipping Mask. I'm going to go to the Polygon layer, add a layer style of stroke, change the color. And I think on this one, I want the position of it to be centered. I'll give it a little bit stronger points rather than those rounded points. You could also do inside, but then we lose some of the image. And I'm also going to add a drop shadow. I'm going to go back and select the performer's name. In fact, let's add his name in here. Make sure that's my active layer. I'm going to take the text tool and I'm going to use black. I want a Calibri bold. We'll change the size once we get this typed in. So I want this name to be here. So Adam Carpenter. I'm going to bring this down. Position it, and let's change the leading. And I'm going to take those 3 layers and turn them into a group. Name the group, and now I can duplicate that group, and all I have to do is come back and change the image of that group, change the text, And I'd probably change the color of the stroke so each star is a different color. I'm going to go back to my Polygon tool. This time let's change the star ratio to 50%. And I'll do a fill of black. Again, holding down the Shift key. And there's my smaller star that's more traditional. And we can add the text on top of that. So those are my tips for creating this project. Have fun with it.